Hello, brothers. Hello, students. Hello, friends. I will be talking about Natrum today. Natrum is a polychrest medicine everyone knows, and it is very highly placed in the materia medica in homeopathy. It is capable of curing innumerable diseases, circumstances, and it can cure your coryza, your cough, your asthma, cancers, allergies, psoriasis, anything it can cure. Anything means it doesn't, you can't prescribe it like anything. You will have to give the importance to the mind of Natrum muraticum. To the mind of Natrum muraticum, that should be the core issue for any homeopath who is trying to cure a chronic disease by homeopathic prescriptions, real classical homeopathic prescriptions, where you are supposed to give only one medicine, single medicine in minimum dose and minimum quantity. For that, you will have to have a knowledge of the mind of each and every polychrest medicines, and that has to coincide with the personality of the person, personality of the patient, constitution of the patient. Every patient comes to you with a specific constitution. 5 people can have the same disease, nomenclated disease by name. Suppose psoriasis is there. 5 people comes to you, and the constitution of all 5 people, 5 persons, can be different. And what determines the constitution? The main thing is the mind. Physical appearance, facial appearance, the gait, and how he sits, walks, everything. So many things are of secondary importance. First, you have to have a grasp over his mind. So, Natrum muraticum is sodium chloride. Everyone knows the origin of the source is from the sea. Sea, one of the primitive salts which came to our uses, came from the sea. So it has got its recognition coming out of the source of life that we presume as sea water. Life originated from sea, and sodium chloride originated from sea and came to the earth. We got it, we started refining it, and we started using it. So there has to be a constitution. I don't want to go to detail of why you should find out the constitution of the Natrum muraticum or any medicine. I just want to elaborate on the mental picture, the mind of Natrum muraticum. That is very important for this particular meeting. So everyone knows that Natrum muraticum is close, limited, dwells in the past, doesn't want to get open. The people identify Natrum muraticum like consolation aggravates. They don't want consolation. But why? See, the sodium chloride, the precipitated from the sea water, came to the earth and started looking for its existence. When it was in the sea, when it was flowing with the sea water, it was a part of it. Now it has got independent. Now it has come precipitated. So what will happen? Whenever you change the place, change the environment, change your inhabitant, what will happen? You will be, usually, you will try to become in a defensive mode. Where the Natrum muraticum comes to the Earth's surface and tries to become defensive mode. There is a fear of getting violated, fear of getting non-existence, fear of getting extinguished. So there is an imminent danger. Sodium chloride, the natrum muriaticum, is thinking about. So emotionally it becomes very vulnerable. So emotional vulnerability is the hallmark of the natrum muriaticum, and that makes it introvert. That makes it introvert. Doesn't want to open. Doesn't want to keep the people away, keep their verdicts away, keep their opinions away. He wants to be in his own. Becomes very close. And when he becomes closed, when he becomes alone, he gets ameliorate. He doesn't want any kind of rejection. He wants to be appreciated, but he won't show it. He doesn't want. He's very intolerant of any kind of rejection, ridicule, humiliation, violation, and he doesn't hurt anyone. He or she doesn't hurt anyone and doesn't want to get hurt. So Natrum says his primary statement and his attitude is that live and let live. Live and let live. So that looks very nice. That looks wonderful. That should you can say that no, this is the way the people should be. So they avoid hurting others. Don't want to get hurt also. That's the main reason that they don't want to get hurt back. But once you will encroach upon him, you will violate, you will threaten him or her that he won't be in existence, then they can retaliate. They can hurt you. So don't take it for granted. Natrum will never hurt you. Just you will bulldoze him. That's not. They won't try. They don't try to show emotion. They are emotional, but they don't try to show emotion. They maintain control over their situations. They're very fastidious. Time is very important for him. Time is very important for him. He respects time. So these people you will find punctual. They're routine. They won't be haphazard, going here, there, wandering and all. They don't do it. Emotionally, they will be involved in very safe activities like reading, singing, loving music, listening music, listening to some pravachans. So these kind of people you can think that what kind of personality you have. You have a very wonderful personality, very wonderful people with so much responsibility, so much integrity. They are integrated, they are responsible, they are not hurting anyone, they are very close, they are not sharing their emotion much. So you can confide in them. If you have a wife of Natrum muriaticum personality or a husband of Natrum muriaticum personality, still you can be very happy, man. You can be free. They can be. You cannot have infidelity. You can confide in them. They're very loyal in relationship because they're self-contained, very serious, objective. Orientation is objective. They do some purposeful things. Can appear a bit cold from distance, from looking. If you're not very close to them, once you will start getting close to them, he or she will open. They will share their emotions, their feelings, and they can rather exchange their inside feeling. So Natrum muriaticum needs time. They need time to get into this. Otherwise, they have made a cell already. It's very difficult to penetrate. consolation they won't want. But you might be very surprised to see if you see keenly inside the Natrum patient that they are craving for consolation, but they want intimate consolation because they are always in danger because of those emotional vulnerability, getting hurt. They try to avoid everything, but once they will start knowing that no, this people, this person, this topic, this incident is not dangerous, that is not inimical, they are not hazardous for me, rather it is caring for me, she will she would like to express her emotions. She would like to receive the consolation. She can be liking to receive the sympathy also from others, but from very intimate people, friends, relatives, colleagues, servants, whoever. Have to become very intimate with them, right? So they take some time when an atomor patient changes his place. He again becomes very closed. It will take time for him or her to assess the environment. So she will need to be get comforted, safe, then she will start opening. She won't open fully, but she will show you the window of exchange, and that will be very selective, like permeable membrane. They won't let everyone in, and they won't share his or her emotion with everyone. So, and it happens when the person is facing a different kind of scenario in very quick time, he can respond differently. Sometimes she would like to open, she would like to be closed. So there is kind of changeability. Changeability will be there. So you can say that Natrum also can have changeability because of circumstances. So many things happening in such a quick time. So just emotional, uh, his emotional integration can get a bit compromised, right? And it can lead to, sometimes it can lead to hysterical tendency. Once he or she is unable to control her emotions, contain her emotions inside, it is uncontrollable, that will lead to hysterical tendency. They can laugh over serious matters, they can cry over joyful matters. So many things can happen. Always they fantasize about relationship because most of the time she is in vulnerable mode. They want safer environment. So safer protection. They want to be protected from someone in whom she can confide and in whom she has full faith that this person is going to keep me safe. So they fantasize about a relationship. That's why you see the Natrum girls or Natrum boy, girls who are who needs protection. They go for a person who is much more aged than her, much more established, and sometimes they can fall in love with the unattainable person because they just presume that this man is what I was dreaming for. That is all like the outcome of the fantasy. So she will uh, try to achieve that person, try to get that person. She is unable to achieve. So they keep on dwelling the past disagreeable circumstances out of disappointment, out of disappointment. She could not achieve, she got betrayed, someone hurt, and that cell she has already made, it's not going out because she's not exchanging, she's not applying for consolation from anyone, she's not craving. So dwelling in the past is one of the important symptoms. And going for music, music um, makes music takes her toward the past. She will start sitting somewhere, thinking, dwelling over the past, and biting her fingernails. These things are there. A lot of fears can come. Already, you have seen that emotional vulnerability has made such a kind of personality. So, a lot of fears has to come. Fear from robbers, fear from this kind of claustrophobia, fear of heights, insects, imaginary diseases. One simple trivial problem appears to be more. So because he is always wants to be integrated and with a fear of disintegration. And this is his mental manipulation to conserve us. And she will have fixed ideas also, good or bad, good or bad. Slowly, the pathological state she will have, she will be losing control over herself. She can be obscene, she can be senseless, sameness also. So many things. So, once the matter mood patient will go towards the pathological states, the things, the emotional vulnerability, unpredictable, changeable mode, laughing over serious matters, and all those things will come. Hypochondriasis will come, depression will come, suicidal tendency will come. So many things will be there. So this is the first phase of Natrum, what I wanted to tell you, and you have to think about it. Consolation aggravation must not be emphasized much. You have to look in the personality what patient is presenting. You will have to ask the patient that, oh, do you like consolation? There is some people in which you confide, you can share your emotion. Oh, please observe, I can, yes, only to my elder son. He only understands me, he gives me protection. Or one of the colleagues, or something like that, she will reveal. And once her, these are all, these things are happening when her consciousness is in action. Once you remove the consciousness, like influence of alcohol, influence of some drug, influence of sexual stimulation during the act of coercion, act of sexual intercourse, she can lose control over her emotions. She can be very, very unpredictable. Her own whole control gets lost. Just and the same thing happens when she or he will be under influence of alcohol. Once you get drunk and your conscious level is gone, subconscious level comes up, you can be abusive, you can be exhibitionism, and everything will come. So once you will try, if you have to find out the real personality of the natural mood, someone colleague is there, your friend is there, you try to get him influenced by the alcohol, and you will come around, you will have a drink with him. After getting 4 5 packs, he will start getting open, and suddenly will say, oh, this natural mood, I thought he was a natural mood, but no, still he is a natural mood. His subconscious plane is opening up. Now, under influence of these kind of things, he can open. Under some circumstances, he can open. When she is very pleasurable mood, very excited, very free, he is not finding any kind of apprehensions and all. He can have that open, natural mood opens up, and you will just be mesmerized by it. that kind of activity. So it's all for now, and I will be telling you about Natrum, how it comes into existence from sea to the earth, and why it gets influenced in this kind of transition, and after coming to the earth when it becomes well precipitated. Thank you very much.